Hello, folks. Welcome back. I got my overhead light on also. So, the nice thing about adapters like this Tech Cart TZM-02, it's an autofocus one for Leica M lenses. Okay, so I think it's a neat feature. All it does is adapter just spreads it apart. It's kind of like the old way of focusing, but it moves the lens. I'm just going to put this back together. Locked in. Put it in its case. There we go. I'll just put it in here. So, why am I talking about this? Well, I've been experimenting on different cameras on the Sony. Uh, the one that I put up today, the only thing that was wrong with it was basically I had a hair and dust on the filter. So it ruined kind of like half the shots off of the camera, the ZV-1. But what also made it worse was since I didn't have an EVF, um, I missed half of those shots that were good too. So the ones that were in focus, they had the hair, so half the shots were good, half the shots weren't. So then I switched to the A7C and I had a better hit rate. Okay. The only problem is the A7C viewfinder is not that good. All right. So this is the ZFC APS-C camera. Okay. So I took off the adapter that works for the Nikon Z. And I said, well, let's try the, you know, APS-C route, the DX route on the ZFC. It has a wonderful ZF, or I mean EVF. So you can control manually the dials and stuff. Plus, I can have the fast APO. Put the non-CPU in there. Have it at F16. So you just by moving the control ring, you can bring it light or dark, real quick. And then you can deal with the ISO. You can deal with different things with the camera. So it makes things much easier. Okay. I says, well, let's try it out, see what it looks like. So let's go to my share screen right here. Here I am in the picture, so I'm going to describe it. This is the ZFC. Uh, I put it at 35 millimeters. It's actually a 37 millimeter. And you know what? I'm wondering if I still see a hair right there. I don't know. And that's a cable, I think. Yeah, cable there, cable there. All right. Yeah, I have them on hook because I have the A7C off. All right. So I'm looking at this, but no, that's a cable. All right. So I did remove the hair. Um, it wasn't on the camera. It was on the ND filter, ND2 filter. And the only way I could tell is when you look at the LCD screen, you don't see that. You only see it when you in post. So I left it in the video to show, what happens. Uh, you can do mistakes, but I can still miss a little bit here and there, but I was focusing on the picture. And if I continue up, it's still out of focus. All right. So I didn't quite get it like it was supposed to. Yeah, it's at 67%. So I'm going to go through these. I took 72 shots. Okay. And I hate this note feature that they put on there. I think what it is, yeah, I have to go down here. See, I do not like this note feature that they quit. Come on. Yeah, Apple is pushing stuff with the new update, and I hate it. Okay, I really hate it. Anyway, let's go back down over here. So you can see I have my M8. I use different lighting. You can see how things are sharp, not sharp. Did the TV. I did the lighting on the computer. But you see, you can get some sharp, some not sharp. Okay. And you know, with the different lighting, it's hard to see my dog. And I'm going to go to the original. So this one is at ISO 3200. And it's a 35 millimeter. Let's see, I had a +3 EVF or exposure compensation. Okay. And as you can see, I went to 51-200 with different lightings. You can't really see it, but I'm just scrolling. Now, these pictures are great because I can finally get the blue color. With this lens, I can get the blue color on my camera, where I couldn't before on Nikon. So with this adapter, this is at 6400, right? And I'm increasing it, 8,000, 10,000. So some are sharp, some aren't. But when I increase the ISO, you can now see the clouds coming into view. So sometimes the picture's sharp, sometimes it's not. And I've also learned that you can use the control ring to make it sharp again. If you make it a little bit darker, it becomes sharp, a little bit brighter. It may not become sharp. So that's 25,600, 32,000, 40,000, 51,200. Okay. And you can see it's not really sharp now. All right. So what I did was I used the control ring. So it was all the way up wide open, like at 2.8. And I closed it all the way down to f16. And this is what you get. So this looks sharp. Okay. And I'm at 51,200, 40,000, 32. And you see it's getting darker and darker as I go down, 20,000, 16,000, 12,800. But you can still see it, 10,000, 8,000, 6,400. And then I started doing the clouds, you know, the same way. It's kind of like a dynamic range. But look at that, 16,000, 12,800, 10,000, 8,000, 6,400, 51,200, you know, just wide open at 2.8. And then I just kept going back down, okay, until I reached, I think I went all the way, yeah, 5,004. So you really can't see anything. Now I can put it on and bring it bright, right, but I'm going to go all the way to the bottom before we do that. It's 400, 320, 250, 200, 160, 125, 100. All right. So let's see if I can make it bright. Go into adjustments since they're raw. And it's color, temperature, tint, brightness. Okay. So let's see if I can bring anything up. Yeah. So you see, I can bring stuff up, but it's not that good. So anyway, it's just a test. You can see a lot of noise. All right. And it is an APS-C camera. But I would never shoot it like this, okay? So I'm going to close that. And that's it for 72, okay? And I'm going to keep going back down. You're going to see the pictures start coming up. So this is just at nighttime. And I'm going to end it right about here. 51,200. Do I want it that way or do I want it this way? I think this is all the way open. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. It's not clear, folks, but it's kind of cool anyway. All right, well, I don't know what happened there. I might bring it down one. Come on, one. Bring it down a little bit more. I'll just leave it like that. Okay. So it's interesting. That's original. Yeah, let's leave it like that. That's a cool ending. And then on this, I'll get rid of the information. And then I think I already have it on full frame. No, now I do. Okay. Just leave it like that. So, what I've learned for a lens like this with an adapter, manual focusing, I really think you need an EVF. I've tried it on the Z30. I've tried it on the ZVE1. I even used the A7C sometimes to see if I could, plus it. And it worked better on the A7C than it did on the ZVE1. It wouldn't let me do the plus. I could do the focus where I could bring it in, like clear image zoom. So that did work on this lens, but still the pictures weren't that good. So an EVF is very important to work with a lens like this. Any manual focus lens, you really need to hit the magnifying glass to get it sharp, and then you can look in the EVF just to get it, fine tune it, and then put it in manual focusing. Um, what I like about this new adapter, and this is an M42, so this adapter won't work with it, but they do have, saying this is for Nikon Z cameras, okay? Uh, I'm thinking of getting an M42 to a Leica M, okay? Ring. The only thing is, I'll take it off here, put the M42 to Leica M on this adapter, and it should continue, So that's what I'm going to look on eBay today. And then I'm also going to get a Leica M from M42 also to work on my M8, which I have right here. So I found out the M8 is not a full frame camera. It's a APS-H, not a C, an H. So it's a little bit bigger than the APS-C, but smaller than the full frame. Okay, so I learned something new every day. But I'll get that adapter and I'll put that lens on there. But then I'll get another adapter, the M42, to Leica M, which will work on this camera, but will also work with that adapter to put that lens to see if I can get autofocusing. I don't know if anybody's ever tried that, but that's what I'm going to look for. And you just have to have fun. You just figure out, well, has anybody ever tried this before? And I says, you know what? Probably not, until you do a Google search and oh, they did it a year ago. So I'm behind the times. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to order the M42, the Leica M mount, which it should be real tiny. It'll fit on this, and I just twirl it on, see if it works. Something like that. M42 to Leica M. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Looks kind of cool, huh? ZFC. No IBIS, just electronic stabilization. Just turn up your shutter speed, folks. Put in manual, put up your shutter speed to 160 at least, and you get pretty good stabilization with your shots. And you know, the more light you have, the better the photo. So, bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.